Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast and mine, the Hudrico Live Show. But today, we really are live. Listen, live in studio, the man, the myth, the legend, man, Mr. AJ GreenE, man. What's up, baby? How you feeling, man? Listen, I can get that one right now. That other one, I still messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna go heamed up to the rest of my life till I die. Don't get heamed up. And if you ain't subscribed, you about to get heamed up.
We could have been done. We could have been done. Oh, you gonna get me heamed up?
The YouTuber. Everybody knows the confetti. Everybody knows the theatric, the personality. But who is AJ GreenE with an E, by the way? Make sure you add that.
Oh yeah, the extra E for extra personality.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
But that's really it. I'm just a goofball. Like when I think about it, I'm just a big kid. Like some people like to comment like, "Oh, you so childish." I'm like, so? I'm like, what do you want me to be? Like grumpy? Like I'm supposed to be old and sad and bitter? Like, okay.
What you mean?
I'll play.
You about to get heamed up, or you better tighten up.
But no, for real, that's it. I just want to be young forever. For real. I'm trying to do some Peter Pan vibes. Okay. Like, I'm gonna be 40 years old running around, how you.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you embracing your life. But I know you are a football player. People think you just cover football. But football is near and dear to you, man. Football is like what you do.
Yeah.
And I believe recently you got a chance to meet one of your favorite players. You ran into Mr. Ocho Cinco himself, Chad Johnson. Talk about that experience, brother.
I cried.
No, like literally.
Four times.
Like eyes leaking.
Okay, well, here's the story. So, we got connected to a mutual friend, right? And I've been trying to meet him for years. Mind you, I just met this mutual friend that day. Okay. And I was kind of just casually talking to her about it, you know what I'm saying? Just like, yeah, like my favorite player is Ocho Cinco. She goes, as in Chad? I'm like, yeah, Chad, yeah. Chad. I'm like, y'all boys like that? Like, Chad.
Is it four Chads?
She goes, I can call him. I'm like, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? The next day, she goes, hey, like, when you get to the game, get here a little earlier. I'm like, what happened? She's like, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, dude, you got that was the only time I talked about it. Never met her a day in my life before that. So I'm pulling up, man. I'm coming up the stairs. I can see the back of his bald head. And I recognize that.
I knew that chrome dome.
When I walked up the stairs, I said, he got it on camera. I walked up and went,
I get so.
Bro, they all behind me. What happened? I'm like, Bricks, like he's like my security guard. He came running, like, what's good? I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, Chad Johnson. He goes, so what's the problem? I'm like, no. Like, that's like my idol. Like, so like, man, it was just crazy to me because.
Sorry to interrupt. This is AJ GreenE.
What's happening, boy?
He is a huge
What's going on? Pleasure, man. Nice to meet you.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
It's good.
Dog, I always picture this moment. I always told him. I said, man, I'll cry.
You play yet?
Nah, I played at 9, bro. Boy, I got more nerves than you were literally the reason I started playing football. Like, bro, NFL 2K5.
Yeah.
That was the reason I started playing football.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
Like,
fucking.
some call me Pepe or maybe Chad, but it's me, and I'm sitting here with my dog AJ motherfucking GreenE. Yes, sir.
I done met Michael Vick, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ GreenE. Everyone's always like, yo, how's it like? What's it like? And I'm like, it's cool. But I always said if I ever met Chad Johnson, I would cry, boy.
Like every football player knows, like you go through, mental struggles, hardships, days you don't even want to play, you're injured, you're just like, why am I doing this to myself? He was who I turned to and watched. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to see him, other people are like, yeah, he's a dope receiver. It's like, dog, he literally got me through so many hard nights, you know what I'm saying? And to see him face to face, to see him smile directly at me, like, yeah, man, good to meet you, AJ. Then I was just like, yo, he said my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the crazier part, man, his son plays at a school down the block from my house.
Oh, that's what's up. So he's always in the neighborhood.
Do you know how frustrating it is when I see him post, like, yeah, Pops pulled up? I'm like, dog, that's your Pops, but that is my...
He's my dad too. He just doesn't know it yet.
Bro, like, adopt me. Like, what's good?
Yeah. So, Chad Johnson, you love football. All that's great. Let's go back even further. What is your first memory? Like, your first football memory? Like, thing that you rated and say, this is what turned me into love.
Oh, bro. Alright, so boom. I played every sport growing up. Okay. Like, football was my last stop. I didn't play football until, like, practically high school. You know what I'm saying? Played everything. Soccer, baseball, lacrosse, everything. I found every sport, I wasn't able to get out the aggression I wanted. Every sport I would get penalized for being a little too aggressive. I'm like, and football, there was this real big kid. Like he was one of them kids since he was 14 years old. He was, you know what I'm saying?
That's that God
like,
stuff.
Fast forward, his senior year of high school, he won the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy for high school. High school, he was that kind of big dude. So I get out there, you know what I'm saying, and I run down full speed, smack somebody. I'm like, oh my bad. Everybody cheering. I'm like, this is allowed. I'm allowed. I get commended for this.
I can do this.
Like, I get commended for this. I'm okay, cool. And you know, I'm still working away trying to make the team type of deal. And you know, guys are going down like, oh, who wants to play linebacker? I don't even know what a linebacker is. I just seen the opportunity on the field, so I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching him come through the hole. Stefan's one kick, throws another kid. I'm looking. I'm like, hit the flat on the back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Coach comes over to me, just looks down at me. He goes, you all right? I'm like, yeah. He goes, let me tell you something. That's the hardest you'll ever be hit in your life. And in that moment, all the fear, everything's went away. And I was like, I like this right here.
You know, in football, I call it the snot bubble moment, man. When you go hit somebody and you getting congested because he don't knock something loose. Many basketball players were made from that moment.
Yeah, you go in front of me, man.
when you start getting in line, they're like, hey, nah, you got it. I sit my cleat.
You start counting the matchup. You.
That's when you know.
Oh,
that moment don't happen.
Yeah, feel me.
So, you played at New Haven. What was it like there? Playing college football, doing your thing there. What was that experience like for you?
All right, so I started Division I school, and I transferred in to go to community college for one reason or another. And when I decided to go Division II, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm a Division I wide receiver playing at Division II school. So I'm gonna light this up. You know, I'm gonna lead the country in every statistical stat possible. Get there just was not the case. You know, like I got there, and obviously I know it's a game plan, but I just didn't get the target. I was getting like 2 or 3 targets a game. So it was a thing of like, whenever I got the ball, I was fighting for every yard possible because I don't know when I'm gonna get that ball.
Next time you're gonna get it.
Like they're like, get him, go to bounds. No, slide, no. Like, go field, I'm trying to. I was trying to cut back, I was trying to go everywhere possible, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't get frustrating until now it's time to transition to the NFL, and that's when all the doubters come in. Oh, you're playing at a small school, so what? You know what I mean? Because like, I played almost every level of football. It's like, bro, there's going to be dogs everywhere. The difference between Division II and Division I is Division I just has more dogs.
You're right.
You know, like your average starter on Division II team could go play at Division I school. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, because these guys get after it. And a lot of people at Division II schools are there for a reason. One reason or another, whether it's grades, whether it's this, whether it's that, whether they make a mistake, because people make mistakes in life. Mm-hmm. But then they take that as their next chance to get there. Now let's talk about that transition. I know personally, you want to still play football. I know you want to get to the league.
I'm going to play football.
Excuse me.
I got to work out on Monday.
Remix. I know you're still playing football, and I know you're going to play. But let's talk about, let's get into our feelings here. The disappointment. You didn't get picked up. Didn't go to the draft. Then they had the USFL. And I thought it was going to happen. I think everybody was saying it. He had just came into my life during that time. So I know there was a lot of anxiety. Your name's up the buzz. But then you don't get that call. You don't get that call to say, hey, AJ Green, we want to take you. Where did you go? How did you get through that?
I don't see these comments, you know? So like it was that, you know, I just had to just get away from my phone. And you got people saying, oh, just keep going. Duh. Like that's not helping me, you know what I'm saying? That took weeks that first time. I didn't put a pair of cleats on until about a month later. But then that second time, I think that one hurt a little bit more because I was just starting to fall in love with the game again because that was when my YouTube started growing more. And I was looking at it like, yo, I spend so much time around these talented football players. Some of these new followers forgot I even play football.
Mm-hmm. They don't even know that football side.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, he's just making all this content. He's a YouTuber. I'm like, yo, my whole life I've been known as the football player. And then, you know, the NFL AJ Green, when people get the confusing, they're, oh yeah, not the football player AJ Green, the YouTuber AJ Green. Yeah. Huh? So it's like, with that, when that one came up, you know, I had some mutual friends and connections with the coaches. You know, they're telling me like, yeah, we like it, we're gonna take you, And watch each round go, more receivers going. I'm like, y'all pick this. Like what Tom Brady say? Like, y'all sticking with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those. Like that's what he picked up. And then even after that, you know, right after the draft, like, yeah, we got a supplemental draft coming up. Just stay in shape. I'm like, all right, cool. Supplemental draft in 2 weeks. I'm still training. Comes and goes. Take another 2 receivers. I'm just like, all right, smooth. And then now, this time around, my followers are a lot more supportive. Like, yo, bro, we still love you, Like, just keep going. So now is when I just put my foot down and started focusing on the Trillion Boys and 7-on-7 season and just building all that stuff. Because I'm like, look, the way I see it, the XFL is coming back. There's going to be a second season of the USFL. There's the CFL, there's the FCF. So I'm like, I'm going to just take the rest of this year, keep building out my channel so that when it's time for me to go back and play, my YouTube channel is in a good spot to where it's running on autopilot. You know, I don't have to go out every weekend and film.
You know, what's powerful about that, and you usually don't see that in young people, is adversity. Adversity is your best friend, because whether you know it or not, adversity is always going to be there. Now, you and adversity, y'all real good friends, because you keep seeing it time and time and time again, but you haven't let that take your love. And then you made a good point. You said, hey, that hurt for a while. And you guys got to understand something. Everything ain't going to be roses. Everything is not going to be perfect. And it's okay to admit that, hey, I had a tough day. But you still found the strength to keep going. You still continuing to work out. The channel is still growing. Wow, this one is growing too. Subscribe to Hudrico Live.
Quick plug.
But at the same time, that shows the strength that you are. But has that turned your passion onto your channel even more to say, hey, I'm going to build this empire both ways, whether that's when I play or where this channel goes? What's the next step for AJ?
Exactly that. I want to build everything I do now. I'm just putting 100%. Because I'm looking at it like, y'all want to keep calling me a content creator. Okay, I'm about to be the best content creator I could possibly be. I mean, that's kind of how I've always been. I always knew whether I played football or whatever, I always knew I was going to leave an impact somehow. So to be able to build this YouTube channel and still have an impact on the next generation of athletes, that was my biggest goal. So it's like, yo, whether I'm playing or whether it's through YouTube, I'm still getting my goal out of this. So it's like I had to kind of not be selfish in a way. It's like, this is what I want to do, but this is what's still affecting y'all. So
let's talk about YouTube. It's the biggest public secret I know. What I mean by this is, everybody knows the minimum. You get 1,000 subscribers, you get this, you start becoming what they like to call somebody getting paid off YouTube. Now you don't top them numbers by a little bit. You got maybe 1 or 2 more followers than I do. That's a lie.
What's that question you were
What's that? No.
What's he building up to, man?
So I always ask all my athletes, and you are an athlete, so I gotta ask the question. When you got that first big bag from YouTube, what was that first purchase, man? And then,
fantastic.
What that bags from YouTube be looking like? It's already, you know, you ain't gotta give me the exact note.
It pays the bills.
It pays the bills.
It pays the bills and allows me to live comfortably. Like situations last night when flights start getting messed up, allows me to just calm down. You can afford to just go change this. You know, that's the best you get at. You know what I'm saying? To be able to on a Tuesday, I kind of want to go to Y on Thursday. You know, it allows me to be able to do things like that.
So YouTube allows you to live comfortably.
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen, you can be there too.
Definitely. Now
let's talk about that first big bag you got. What was the first purchase?
Now, when you say that, what's the minimum cutoff for that?
This ain't no minimum. When you consider to say, you know, when you get that check,
that first one, whoa,
okay.
Sneakers.
Bro,
I have no drip. And these kids is always on my neck. You a teacher. You know how these kids are, man. I was wearing the same pair of dusty Vans from Marshalls just because I didn't want to mess them up with these games. And it was like, man, I done seen you with them shoes in 6 videos.
What are those?
Yeah, they was getting me, bro. They was coming behind me with the phone. I was just like, damn. You know, and then they already on me about hairline stuff, so it's like, I'm like, I gotta start distracting y'all, bro. I gotta start getting some shoes, some jewelry, some something, like, something. But nah, the first big bag, I went and caught like 12 pairs of sneakers.
Oh, so you wouldn't got
I just walked it, those ones, you know, I like that color, those ones. My sister got those ones. You want some too? Yeah, those ones.
So is it fair to say that AJ Greene's a sneakerhead?
No.
Okay, so you're not a sneakerhead.
No, it's fair to say AJ Green folds under peer pressure. I'll give you that one. But you know what? I win. Give me the drip. Like,
so you got the drip, you got everything going.
I still don't got the drip. I'm in a better spot now.
Listen, the weatherman says it's great.
Come on now. This is a large. I wear extra large. This is a large.
That's because you're trying to be
I got this from the hotel gift shop.
Las Vegas or nowhere. We're gonna tighten you up. I'm gonna see if I can get you. I'm gonna see if I can get you a little bit of drip before we leave you out here. I think I got a size and that might fit you.
See, that's how I can figure out my drip, man. I just start finding colors and start combining them. Like that works.
Okay, listen. So all you stylists out there, listen. There's a man in need. My man right here.
One of them hit me up. My price was crazy, man. My price was crazy.
So YouTube lets you live comfortably.
On a budget.
But not that damn comfortable.
Hey, it lets me live comfortably, but not stupid.
And that's a big fact. Now let me ask this for a young man. This is for my younger people because you're running into money. tell me you're investing, you're building yourself up, you're doing things to build your future, because a lot of times when you're young, you get a bag, you spend a bag, you get a bag, you spend a bag. What would you tell that young person who runs into money and don't know what to do with it?
Okay, exactly that. If you don't know what to do with it, don't do nothing with it until you know what to do with it. Like when I started getting good money, I saved it up for like 6 months until I was able to meet the right people that knew what to do with that. And I'm like, okay, cool, here. Because if it was me, going somewhere where it's not going to come back. So I'd rather just sit there until I could actually start compounding that.
So, when you playing receiver, you line up against the DB, and you picking about what he does because he's your competition. Well, in the social media game, that's competition too. You, the destroyers of the world, how do you figure, is it a competition between you guys, or is it something to say, you know what, my man, you eating, I'm eating, let's just do great? Conflicts of games, like how do y'all sort yourself through all that?
Yeah, well, overall, it's definitely you eating, I'm eating. But you know, on the minute scale, like the day-to-day, like sometimes we do butt heads. You know what I mean? There was a couple times last season where, you know that Spider-Man meme when they're all pointing at each other? It was that. Like we show up, and it was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? It's just like, It's like, well, I was here first. Why am I doing you two first? I'm taller than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just stuff like that. But, you know, now I think we're getting to a point where we understand, like, look, like we're both one of the two biggest figures in this space. You know, and even, like, not even just us. You know, there's the Coach 30s, the Dockeries. It's like, look, all these kids love us. They love when we come together. I just look at it like, you know those Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron crossover episodes? Okay. I look at it like that. It's like, yo, they love when we get together. They love watching us go head-to-head and compete in different things. So let's just make the most out of this. You know, really, it's just communication. You know, like, if we're going to be at the same game, let's talk about it. You know, like, let's try to set something up. Let's try to set up like a halftime show between the two of us or something.
Something to actually build on both of your channels.
Yeah, rather than like, oh, watch my video first. Oh, no, watch my video first. It's like, look, we're doing this together. Watch both of our videos from both of our point of views.
Now, when you talk about videos, that's pressure, because one thing about content creation, people don't realize, you have to constantly commit to making content creation.
Oh, people don't get that at all.
How do you feel the pressure of, hey, every Thursday, vid got to drop every time? So when does AJ get a chance to just be AJ and take a break? And then how have you got to deal with the notability that you now have? Because you can't go many places. You can't go many places without people saying, oh my God, it's the guy who had Hudrico live on his show.
How do I deal with the pressure? That's your question? How do I deal with that pressure?
How do you deal with it?
When we turn this camera off, I'm gonna show you my hairline. I keep saying, if I do YouTube for another year, I'm finna be bald by the time I'm 25, man. It's stressful because he knows this, we'll literally be at the game on a Friday night. These kids will ask me, what time are you posting a video? Time? You mean what day? What week? It's like, I don't understand. We don't even be back in the hotel before they're in my DMs. Herb, post a video. Are you gonna come edit this video? Like come on,
same night they want to post it?
The same day. They've been thinking this live. Where can I find a video? Dude, it's still on the camera. It's extremely frustrating, especially when I'm advertising. The video's going up Thursday and it's Tuesday. Yo, bro, where's the video? Where's your reading skills?
And I can understand that, but the optimistic view of that is people love what you do, and so they can't get enough. So I guess it's better to get that question than the people like, are you posting still?
Man. So
at the same time, you still flipping.
I hear you, but it's extremely frustrating because I'm trying my best to be, because on top of it, Thursdays are already a fast turnaround, man. It's like 3 hours of footage. We gotta sit down, cut it up, make it look pretty, you know what I'm saying? Then the promo and everything. And guys,
it's a lot that goes into it.
I get it.
A lot of people think. So I get it. When people don't understand what all goes into it, they think you set up this magical camera, you get some pretty little microphones, you record it, and everything comes out right. Man, there's bloopers, there's cuts, there's I don't like the way this was said, I don't like how that came out. But that stuff is another part of the process, and it's who you are and what you've made yourself. Now let's talk about one thing about your channel, and we'll move on from after that. When you start to see it really growing, like, 'cause I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes I'll post something and I'll be telling my wife, I'm like, man, I got like 200 likes. She'd be like, oh, that's good. And then I see y'all post something and 2 hours later, it's got 49,000 views.
Man,
and I'm like,
you can't pay attention to that stuff.
And I don't, but like, what did you do when you started realizing that your phone blowing up like, follow. What was that a feeling? What was that emotion? Be like, yo, they really digging what I'm doing.
It was definitely adrenaline. Like the first time I had, Sports Illustrated, Sports Center, Overtime, I had to be in my DMs. I'm like, yo, I never thought I'll be speaking to y'all about making videos. You know, I always thought this would be trying to get me on a cover or a photo shoot or something, and it's about making jokes. You know, so like it was definitely an adrenaline rush, but it was also just more motivation. Like, I'm like, let me keep going with this. Like they like it, let's keep going. You know, it's like keep giving them what they want to see.
And it actually has turned into many other opportunities. I know you was at the gaming house in Arizona, like, and you had you, Juju, like the whole crew. What was that? That was like the biggest adult sleepover in the history of the world.
Hey, that's the best way to say it. That's the best way. That really was an adult sleepover. Like, you know, we was kind of always in the house, always kind of just chopping it up, joking around. Like, it's cool when you have like a clash of personalities in one room. You know, there's just, and it's interesting to see like where we butt heads and where we agree on certain things. It's always interesting.
Okay, so who's the best man?
Zach.
Oh, no doubt.
Zach Lewis. The dude that has to die. Him.
So it's no question.
Dude, I'll bet money on him versus anybody.
Where you rank at in that system?
He's number one.
No, where you at in that poll?
Now, we talking about in the house or like overall?
This is going in the house. This is going in the house.
In the house, I'm a smooth 3.
Okay, who's 2?
Coach Curry. Mr. Go 30.
Oh, he tough like that on the stick.
He's not tough like that on the sticks, but he can beat me.
So you know I'm gonna beat you today, right?
One of those? Come on. Come on.
We'll get a clip of me giving you the business.
One of those.
I do have.
Who's your team?
Listen, anybody. Now my team in real life, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, pre-Tom Brady, make sure y'all know that.
You're not going nowhere.
Listen.
You're not going. I'm gonna scrap up your receivers. And you got a smooth 2 seconds to get the ball out, because where's he scrambling to? Somewhere.
First, and I'm gonna give y'all an exclusive clip of me whooping his ass.
You gonna show one highlight.
You right.
You gonna show one highlight. I'm gonna scrap you. I'm gonna screenshot and zoom in on the final score.
None of that.
You gonna quit.
But anyway,
You gonna quit.
We gonna learn today. We gonna learn today. Somebody about to get heat.
I'll tell you my game plan.
You ain't gotta tell me your game plan.
Okay.
We gonna see it.
Oh man, you gonna be highly upset. Hey,
So-
hey, who y'all got, bro? Y'all got I got Hudrico. We on his podcast, I'm gonna scoop him up.
Listen, we can put that down in the comment section. I'm gonna put something about this. AJ versus Hudrico, Madden 1-on-1. Comment down below who you got, and we're gonna make sure y'all see the results in the video that comes out. We going, I don't know. Because he getting heamed up by Hudrico.
That was terrible. That was I don't know. That was weak.
Well, listen. You're doing the social media, you're still playing the game, you're still doing what you need to do. And like literally, you have broken, parents don't like you. You know why?
Why?
You breaking the rule. You remember when you was a kid, your mom was like, playing that dumb game ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Got me everywhere.
And the
Got me everywhere. You ain't gotta cut that one out. That's it.
because of that, my kids maybe ever play the game when they get home today. Right?
Mom, I want to be a YouTuber. No, you don't. You want to be a doctor.
Well, this leads me what I like to say is my final time out. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time out, you can do whatever you want to do. This young man is somebody who has taken obstacles, who's taken hardships, and he didn't let it stop him. He let it move him to the next level. He let it push him to find other ways. That entrepreneur spirit, it's in all of us, but you just got to uncover it. You want to be that guy. You want to be the next YouTube content creator. You want to be the next gamer. You want to be the next Hudrico Live. You can do it. Couple steps. Subscribe to the channel. Pay attention to what he said. And keep it going. AJ, man, for the people who don't know, I don't know who don't know, man, where can they find you at? Or if you got anything coming up that's new that you want to put out, that's coming up new for AJ, that's kind of on the low, we need an exclusive, man.
Hey, website dropping soon. There's about to be a whole lot of products on there. There's about to be gloves. There's about to be... just go to this website when this website drops. Anything you want to know about me, anything exclusive, just go to the website. It's going to be AJGreen15.com. Make it simple.
AJGreen15.com.
I haven't announced that at all.
Listen.
I haven't announced it at all.
AJGreen15.com and live. Listen, exclusive that you only get when you rock with that man, Hudrico, man. We like to thank our guest AJ for coming out, man. I appreciate you, man. I'm about to whoop his ass on these sticks. Yes, and I said it straight up, real quick, about to give him this business. And that's another episode of Hudrico Live, ladies and gentlemen, in the books.
He gonna edit that out, isn't he? He gonna edit out that man.